Alright guys, so I was recently asked my thoughts were on the Age of Triumph. I'm not going to do that yet, because one, we only have hypothetically a third of the information. So I'm just giving my thoughts on this first stream that we had, on the reveal stream, if you want to call it that. So first, I'm just going to go over the little bullet points in the TWAB, since I didn't make a video on that, which pretty much sums up the stream. So first off, it is going to be a culmination of your Destiny 1 adventure, which, if you don't know, everything's coming back. Old raids are going to be at 390 light. There is no light level increase, so you know it's. When I first heard it, I was like, man, that's a mistake. That's a huge mistake. But more and more I think about it, it's not that big of a deal, because we're getting a whole bunch of new stuff to grind for, and you know, it's whatever. Light level in these last 6 months isn't going to mean much. So Vault of Glass, Crota's End, and King's Fall are going to have a 390 light version, which is awesome. We're also going to have a featured playlist, a weekly playlist. So week 1 is going to be Crota's End, week 2 is Vault of Glass, week 3 I'm supposing is King's Fall, and then after that, of course, when we Wrath of the Machine. While each during the featured playlist week, that specific raid is going to have all challenge modes active, which is awesome. So also you're going to get new ornaments, and during that weekly featured playlist you're going to get a special box that's going to give you some kind of special ornament, if I understood that correctly. So like each of the two, what am I trying to say, each armor set is going to have 2 ornament types. Is from what I understand, it's going to have 2 nodes. I'm not sure if you have to get one from the challenge modes and one from the featured playlist. I'm not sure how that works. They hopefully will look deeper into that. Probably not with this next week, but probably in the sandbox update one, where they're going to talk about elemental primaries, because they did tease it, they mentioned it, they did not confirm or deny that they're coming back. I really hope they do, because at this point, who cares? They're not going over to Destiny 2. They're gonna stay around. Just give it to us. Let us go out with that little bit of extra fun. So that's my opinion on that. But we're getting all the old raid stuff back. Fantastic. That's what everybody's been wanting. I know I've made several videos on why it should come back. Is Vault of Glass coming back? Is Bungie prepping Guardians for Vault of Glass? Which it turns out, evidently, I was right. So there's my little moment of triumph. I actually finally called something out that was correct. What else is coming out? They didn't even mention Prison of Elders. They literally, all they spoke about was the raids, which is going to be awesome. I never really got to do Vault of Glass, even though I was a week 1 player. So it's going to be interesting to hopefully get a Vex Mythoclast for the first time ever, or a Vault of Glass primary, which is another reason why I'm begging Bungie to bring back those elemental primaries. I never got to experience those. Would love to have that. What else do we got going? Biggest record book ever. 13 pages of documented accomplishments. So awesome. Again, that's 13 pages. See, there's one for commemoration, which literally is just how long you've played. So They have the first node is, have you been here since Vanilla Destiny? And which is really awesome because they finally are recognizing, hey, you've been here since, you know, the first 2 or 3 months of Destiny. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Sid, I didn't start playing till Taken King. I didn't start playing until Rise of Iron. How am I going to complete the book? How am I going to, you know, get all the rewards from the book? So you don't have to get 100% to get the rank 7. There's 7 ranks. Each is going to reward an emblem, and then rank 7 is going to unlock your Bungie store t-shirt, like your Age of Triumph t-shirt, which I might actually buy this time because I haven't ever bought any other of their t-shirts for the Moment of Triumph. Might get this one just because it's the last one. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not, depending on the cost. I don't know. Pretty nostalgic. I like that kind of stuff. I'll probably do it. I don't know. We'll find out. But anyways, rank 7 will unlock that t-shirt for you. You only have to get about 75% to get that, which is fantastic because even though, yes, I'm a week 1, week 2 player, there's also a Trials of Osiris node, or Trials of Osiris page. And yes, I've been to the Lighthouse, but I don't think I want to go back in Trials and play to get like special weapon kills, heavy weapon kills, primary weapon kills, whatever kills. Really don't want to do that. I'm not MLG enough for Trials, to be honest. Me and my 1.03 KD, not ashamed of that at all. But other pages include like the commemorations, we went over that, Trials of Osiris. There's one specific to Crucible. There's one specific to strikes. There's one specific to each class, so Hunter, Warlock, and Titan. What else is there? There was a bunch of them. So it's going to give us hopefully plenty to do while we wait for Destiny 2. Ways for every player to shine and be rewarded. Just kind of went over that briefly. A new set of weekly rituals that lead to maximum light, which is still 400. I know we just went over that. It's whatever. Everything, from what I understood, everything is going to be dropping at 400. I'm not sure if they're doing it like the challenge mode drops. Like, say, for the Templar or Atheon. I know they pronounced it Atheon in the trailer. But Year 1 players have been calling it Atheon since that first week of Destiny. It's Atheon. There's no Atheon around these parts. Or is it going to be like any other kind of strike or raid where it's light based? Where say you're 394, are you going to get like a 397, or is it just going to go ahead and bump that straight up to 400 every time? Wasn't very clear on that. But they did say stuff is going to be dropping at 400. If you're 400 light, you're getting 400 light stuff. So maybe that answers my question. I'm just too dumb to understand it. That's very, very possible. Weekly featured raids with new challenges and ornaments. So like I said, weekly featured raids. First one is Crota's End. Not sure what the challenge modes are going to be for that one. Obviously Crota. Maybe the bridge? Don't know. But we'll find out, no doubt. And then they said something about adding Mayhem to the Nightfall. If they're bringing back elemental primaries, they'll probably boost the difficulty, which is fine by me. I don't care, just give me back my elemental primaries. Speaking of that, they did mention that, or tease, that not Taken King, but King's Fall and Wrath of the Machine didn't have sparrows. Those are now going to get sparrows. So very, very excited to see what those look like. I am kind of a sparrow collector. I really like the old sparrows from the raids, even though they look the same basically. But yeah, and then ornaments. We're getting ornaments. Went over everything about that, and that's about it. So my thoughts are pretty much very positive at the moment. I would like to know what is going on with Challenge of Elders, because if you have been around my channel for a while, you know before I did the Nightfall guides, I did Challenge of Elder guides, and I called it Champion of the Elders or something like that, where I chose one subclass and just did a guide on that. Showed you pretty much, ran just like my solo Nightfalls and just did all that. I would like to know, because I will do guides on how to solo that if that's what it comes down to. So we'll have all kinds of guides on this channel after that. But anyways, I would like to know more about that, and we are going to find out more about that this coming week, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time, twitch.tv/Bungie. They're going to talk about our new weekly rituals. So really interested to find out, go more in depth about that. And then of course the sandbox is the week after that. Okay, so now I told you guys there was one glaring big thing that has gotten under my skin deeply, like a scarab from the Mummy. In their What's Up doc, they go over some questions, right? One of the questions was, will there be any increase to vault space? With all of these raids and all this new gear that we're getting, all these new weapons and armor and shaders and emblems and blah 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 blah, all this new stuff to earn for our Guardian, are we going to get more space to put it in? And the answer is no. Straight up answer, I'm going to read this word for word. No. The following collections added in previous Destiny updates were the final storage solutions implemented for Destiny 1. Exotic weapons, exotic armor, ships, shaders, emblems, emotes, holiday items, and abandoned quests. That is very, very disheartening. I'm a huge collector in this game. Like, I have been meticulously going through my vault about once every 2 or 3 weeks and saying, well, okay, I guess I can get rid of this. Okay, I guess I can get rid of this. I'm very quickly running out of things to say, okay, this is okay to delete. Like, I'm starting to get into the year 1 and year 2 things that I've desperately kept on to that I do not want to delete. I've spent hours grinding, and now I know you're going to say, but Sid, you've even said you're probably not going to play Destiny 1 once Destiny 2 comes out. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that just because new stuff is coming means, okay, I want to delete my old stuff. That's like saying, well, I collect Jordans, and they've got the 1990 Jordans. I'm not a shoe guy. I'm just using this as a reference. So it's going to be blatantly obvious. I should use something more. Okay, here we go. More to my speed. Comic books. Action Comics #1 was the introduction, the very first time anyone saw Superman. let's say you're a collector, you've held on to that for 75, 76, 77 years, however long it's been now. And then DC comes out and says, guys, guess what? We're about to close shop. Action Comics #1, we're going to reprint that for all of you. You're not just going to throw away your original 1930, 1942-ish Action Comics #1 just because DC is issuing Action Comics #1 in 2017. That's not how that works. That's not how that works for me. Although I don't have very much Vault of Glass stuff, it doesn't mean I want to delete my old stuff because there's new stuff. I'm very disheartened to see I now have to make room for not only in my vault but on my character for all this cool stuff. So, meticulous deletion of stuff, not a fan of. If they had just given us raid kiosks, raid weapon and raid armor kiosks, I would have been perfectly fine because that's pretty much all the stuff I'm grinding for post March 28th. But yeah, this video is reaching 20 minutes, so I'm gonna end it there. Everything sounds great except for no vault space. I was really hoping to get vault space. Bungie said they were going to fix our vault space issue, and to an extent, sure, but not really. One more page on each section would have been fantastic, but we're not getting that, so I'm not going to cry over about it too much. But yeah, like this video if you found it informative, useful, whatever. You know this whole spiel. Rate, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know in the comment section down below what your guys' thoughts are on Age of Triumph as we know it so far. Obviously, we'll find out more on Wednesday, and then the following Wednesday, and then the following Tuesday after that, we'll get it. We can talk about it fully in depth then. But so far, what are your guys' thoughts? Any speculation, throw it down in the comment section below. What are your hopes for elemental primaries and all that stuff? Let me know everything you guys are thinking about this, and I will talk to you guys later.
We can come back for them when you're ready. Let's get you home.